Hey, this is Travis Brown, founder and CEO of Mojo Up. And man, I'm so glad you have decided to invest some time and energy in fixing your personal brand. As a personal brand coach, I believe wholeheartedly that the building of the personal brand is the fastest way to grow your company profits. If you think about how people consume information in today's environment, they consume it from you first, or your top salespeople, your top executives, and then the company second. I truly believe if I'm a company guy, which I am, I own an agency, I want to build the personal brands of our key people as well. It absolutely 100% goes both ways. Now, in today's environment, it's super important to understand, what do my clients see or my potential clients see? Are the things that are hurting me, things that are preventing me from getting business? If you're the type of person you want to know those things and you're committed to fix them, you're going to love this personal brand social and digital audit guide, because I'm going to unpack exactly what it's supposed to look like. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to jump right in because I'm going to give you the meat. Now, my only hope is that at the end of all this, you will be committed to actually getting it fixed, whether that's yourself, through coaching, through hiring an agency, but some way, some shape, or some form. Don't just be that person that doesn't do anything, right? And I also want you to know that when you do this, you might feel like it hits you pretty hard and your personal brand sucks. Newsflash, we've all been there and everybody started that way. So I'm going to unpack it for you and walk you through exactly what yours should look like. Now, I asked one of our own clients, his name is Brad Nickham, who's a mortgage guy, if it was okay that I showed his before and after. So through this whole entire audit, I'm going to show what his looked like before we started and now it looks after. I also am going to throw in my personal one so you can see what that looks like in a finished product at a high level. Now, Brad's we only worked on for about 4 or 5 months, so this is still work in progress, but I wanted you to see exactly what this process actually looked like. So there's a quick little table of contents that allows you to jump in and find certain pages that are numbered at the bottom. But the rest of it is going to be hands-on inside of this. So a couple ways you can do this. You can go through this video as I'm doing it, and you can listen and watch, or you can pull up yours and actually input your name, title, and information in the screen and walk through seeing yours as I'm doing this one. I do talk a little bit fast, run through the information, so you may have to actually pause me and be like, dude, just chill out for a second, and actually then look through yours in depth. But I'm gonna unpack it for you. Here we go. All right, number one, Google search. This is about your name and your company, making sure how that represents itself. So as you see in the search engine, we've added Brad Nickham Mortgage, and there's different variations, which actually will give you some different results. Now, this is an old version, again, when we first started. Basically, what you're looking for at this point in time is a couple things. Number one, what's the name say? What's it say about your company? What links are actually showing up? Because a lot of times there are links showing up that maybe you forgot about. You don't even know people look at. You're like, I don't even use that. But we need to make sure that they look good. The second thing on the homepage is your Google My Business page. Now I'm going to dive into that in a second, but it's super important that you have a Google My Business page, and I can validate from that. Here's why. Google representatives have suggested that one of the number one ways that people validate you is by your Google My Business page. So whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's what Google says, and Google holds the key, so we're going to go with that. All right, so here's what Brad's looks like now. All right, so we've revamped this. We've filled in all the information here. He's got videos showing up at the bottom, and now you see his Facebook, LinkedIn, and his website are the 3 major areas. What's important about that is it's easy to control what people consume about you if it's your website, your LinkedIn, and your Facebook, right? Your videos. That's why this is super important to do. Same thing with me. My website, my LinkedIn, my Facebook, my Twitter feed right here, what we're running from our Google My Business in the bottom right-hand corner. These are all things that we know people consume. Now, let me just pause for a second, step back and go, remember how people consume information? Well, if I meet you or I'm looking for somebody like you, I'm going to really do it one or two ways. One, I'm going to Google you, which I'm showing you today, right now. Or number two, I'm going to go to my preferred social media source and I'm going to search you there. not your social media source that you like, but mine. So we're going to cover both of those two things as we start right now with the Google page. All right, so Google My Business page outlines all the information. What you ultimately want to have is your name and your company. If you're a company owner, you want all of your key employees to have this. That validates them. All the business hours, things like this. Now, right now, because I'm recording this under COVID-19 and there's some restrictions, Google is not approving reviews very fast. So Brad has some that's pending that we're waiting on to get approved. If I jump over to my page, similar. Now, the one thing that I would highly recommend is this first image up there is your brand image, an image that you might be using or have used in a couple different places. Now, this is my old one, which I've already submitted our new one, but again, Google hasn't approved that yet. One of the other keys about this is you see this little green box here. This is actually from our Google My Business platform where we post content every single day that's tagged to me, my name, my information, our company, our business realm, that continues to increase our validity within Google. This is how you increase your organic, means non-paid, SEO, search engine optimization. You want to take advantage of everything that's free out there and give yourself the best chance to win. It's super important that you do that, just simply so every advantage that you can take by understanding algorithms and what Google allows you to do, you have taken the opportunity to do that, okay? All right, so next, number 3 search is images. People will search your images. Yes, they do. Yes, you do too, right? We live in a somewhat of a vain world. We want to just see what people look like, and are they professional? Are they well-dressed, well-groomed? If I'm going to meet somebody, now I have the ability to know what they look like. And so what I do is I click on images. The goal here is to own at least the first 3, preferably 4 lines on your particular page. Now, when Brad first started out, you can see here, Brad only had 1 image showing 4 straight months. And you can start to see now, he's got all these different ones that are showing up. Now, he doesn't have 100% yet. This is a process that it takes to continue to build, but he's definitely developing and he's getting there. Now, I've been at it a little bit longer, a little bit more strategic as a marketing person. And you can see I own endless lines of different things around me and our brand of Mojo Up and Travis Brown. Sometimes if somebody has me on their podcast or vodcast, it's something that will show up under them and not me, but all different forms from a lot of different periods of my life. Number 4, your videos. Brad only had 3 videos showing up. Video was not his strong suit. We taught him this strategy, and now look what he has, right? He owns this page. Here's why this is important. Imagine that somebody wants to know if you can speak well, if they're comfortable with you, you articulate, they want to know who you are, what you're about. Video is key. So put some video out there. Understand YouTube is tied to Google, and if you see where most of his come from are YouTube and some of his Facebook. I'm the same way. My website, my Facebook, we have stuff on Vimeo and YouTube as well, but we want to own this page. So if somebody's coming to try to validate what I talk about, what is my philosophy, they get to see it all laid out right here. Do not scrimp on the videos, right? You're one of those people, you're like, I like video. I like how my hair looks, my face looks. I'm to this or to that. Well, you're going to be that in person also. So give people an opportunity to binge watch your content. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, come on, Tiger King people. Come on, all my Netflixers and Huluers. People binge watch everything today. Give them the opportunity to binge watch the content around you and your value as well. That's what this page is really about, okay? All right, the Google My News is pretty simple. Here's the deal. You want to make sure that you just don't show up on this page and nothing is negative. Cool if you have done some stuff that's newsworthy, national news, and it's showing up, amazing. But by and large, for most people, this is just a defense mechanism, not necessarily an offense. All right, website review. In 5 seconds or less, I need to know who you are, what you do, why you do it, and how I can work with you. When I first met Brad, this was not the case, right? It wasn't doing that for his brand. Now, what we built for him was a really clear, concise page that has his company logo. It has the company tagline, not his personal one here, a call to action button, and Brad Nickum, Senior Loan Officer. I know right away who he is. I know this is a mortgage site. My call to actions are clear. Get pre-approved. That's how you want to build a website. We have one of our sites right now that is a masterclass and workshops, very specific to that side of our business. And we've done a couple different things. One, masterclass and workshops to build your personal brand. Do you know what this page is about? Yes. You go, well, what do you do? Well, we clarify your message, market to your clients, grow your company. Just like that. Well, what should I do to work with you? Either register now, or you need to watch this to get more information. You should have a page that has a 1 or a 2 button call to action, and that is it. This page is super important in the entire process. So if you're looking at yours, how does yours look? Does yours do that? Now, if you want to scroll down this particular page, we start talking about our processes. We start unpacking pain points that we're talking through, testimonials from, influential people, and then we start our video game. There is strategy to building the website. It's not just about look, it's also about content. When we build brand stories, this is what we do. We literally create all your brand clarity around who you are and what you do and why you do it, what level you do it at. And then we start taking that out of your brand blueprint and putting it in all these different spots. It's the key component to building the foundation of having a blueprint to build your entire business from. And so we pull and we actually input all these little pieces right here. Okay. So Facebook. So now that's the first phase, what I call is our digital. Now we're moving into our social. Social started right in with Facebook page and ads. Now there's a formula to do this. And as you can see, some of the lines here that Brad didn't have, the customized page, the right header, the different pieces here. When you fast forward to now, after he's got the right URL, Brad Nickum, great looking headshot right there for the okay looking guy like him. Now that's just me giving him a hard time. But also his custom banner that you're starting to see the consistency with his actual tagline. I'm the guy that makes your deal go smooth, right? We put that on everything. Down here is your Facebook right here. Down here is the one area that I'd say Brad needs some help in is his community. He doesn't have a big enough following, so he needs to be running some ads, which right now is in red. But this is a good looking Facebook page. If I show you mine, URL, photo, backdrop, the Facebook cover right here, about cover. I've also inserted our featured video from the video page because people do consume that. You want to have one video that has at least been pinned right there. That can also directly connect to your watch video section right there. I have a pretty decent following of 25,000 people, but could still be running more ads to continue to grow that as we do for very specific reasons. Instagram. All right, so you're telling me I don't really use Instagram. My client's not there. Cool. Yet. It's still important to have the conversation about your total brand look and feel. So we took Brad from Cabo Brad to what this looked like into this right here, where we have the customized URL, we have the customized bio that has this tagline in it, what he does, and a call to actions, a link. I took 2 screenshots from his feed so you can see the type of content that we're putting out. It looks a lot sharper and more professional. Jump over to mine, customize URL, the bio here. Now I do have the highlights where Brad doesn't. I do believe this is something that is a look and feel, also gives you credibility. If you don't know what highlights are, these are the little buttons that you can pin certain pieces of content that tell more about your story, your family. Here's Q&As that I do, clients that have given me awesome testimonials, our brand blueprints that we built for clients, really cool, and motivational stuff and some daily mojo. I believe in running my personal brand, Instagram. You'll see my kids, we're doing TikToks, stuff that I'm putting out, quotes, photo quotes of me. It's kind of a totality. I'm not a big Instagram lover, but I do understand the importance of it and want to make sure people have the ability to connect and engage, and I validate my personal brand. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is definitely flying on up and coming. Few things that you want to make sure you've unpacked. Number one, custom URL, backdrop, photo, how you've titled things, and even over here under your about section. Now, LinkedIn has changed a couple things. There's some cool features that you can actually take a part of right now, and you need to take advantage of those. So fast forward to now Brad's look and feel, his backdrop, photo, and even this right here, Brad Nickham, Nest Mortgage Group owner, and then his signature brand quote. Now, again, we pulled that from our brand blueprint, and we're using the same information over and over and over. It's important because that's what shows up in LinkedIn. As soon as you start posting on people's stuff, they're going to pull this right here as your header. And so it's a way for you to create more brand recognition. Down under your experience, you want to clean that up. You can add thumbnails in there, video clips. Now there's this new featured section, which I absolutely love. I highlighted on mine too, where I have my videos, so people could quickly engage with you, right? Here's what I want you to stop and just think about right now. Does my brand seem consistent? Same look and feel. Are people feeling what I'm doing? Is the messaging clear? If that's good right now, man, keep pressing on, keep going. But if it's not, you got to start asking yourself, how am I going to fix the messaging so that I can fix the design and fix what people can actually see? Now, for those of you that don't have a company profile because you're a small business, get one. For those of you that work for a bigger company that already has one, that's fine. Brad didn't have one, so we created his right here and built in all the pieces for the company. Mine's the same way, company page, pretty easy and consistent. Whew. Moving along to Twitter. Same thing with your Twitter. Billboard. This is where Cabo Brad was right here. Him and his wife, they love to visit Cabo. We had to get this fixed up. As a business guy, he's like, well, I don't really use it. I get it, but some people do. Remember we talked about how people search? They're either going to search you through Google, or they're going to search you from their preferred social media platform. So what if it's Twitter for somebody? This is what you want as your first impression? Not so much. So we got to clean all those little pieces up. Yep, you could have guessed it. Same type of URL, same backdrop, same photo. Now you do have to have a smaller bio, similar to your Instagram here. That comes from the bios that we do. We chop those up and make those relevant. And now you got to post relevant content. Now, here's a little hack, a little secret. I'll tell you that I do on mine. I don't love Twitter either. So I tie my Twitter directly with my LinkedIn. We post to them every single day. We create the feed, the look, and the feel. Here's why. If somebody then searches me on Twitter, they find me, and ultimately they consume this information. Now, I will have to tell you that I still use my old Mojo Up. I did choose Travis Jaden Brown, which you cannot have on Twitter. In a perfect world, you have the same one across everything. This is the only one of mine that does not align. I'm okay with that because Mojo Up is all of our company stuff, and that's the spot where they blend. So if you're in that situation, you definitely want to try to have one consistent URL across all of your lines. YouTube. It's important to discuss YouTube because so many people don't have a YouTube page, or they have one like Brad had, which has 5 videos on it and not built out to really magnify his brand. So we rebuilt this, and now it looks like this. Seeing some of the same consistency things that you always have. I jump into mine. You start to see a couple other things that I've done with social media right here. Our Facebook group. So if you're not in our Facebook group, you should get in that because we post content all the time. You can just simply search Mojo Marketing Group on Facebook and you'll see it. I've also pinned a video. This is a video that I want people to see, which is about my personal brand coaching stuff. And then we built out some strategies inside of each one of our posts of how we create a higher level of organic social media or social search engine optimization. For those that don't know much about YouTube, so Google's the #1 search engine in the world, and YouTube is number 2. YouTube is also the #1 how-to search engine in the world. So if there's something that you do, like how to build a personal brand, that's the #1 place that people go is to YouTube. So what if you're not on? Then you're missing all that traffic that could be coming to you as people are searching. This is also another great place that people can binge watch your content. This is super important. I think people are continuing to drop the ball by not building out an effective YouTube channel. So here's how that looks. All right. Industry websites. If you don't have industry websites, then that's cool. Brad happened to have one through Zillow because he's a loan officer. In this particular case, we just upgraded that. Now we ran into a technicality because this licensing requirement had to be tied to Bradley, and we couldn't make that consistent. But generally speaking, we want to make sure that everything's Brad and we don't go back and forth. I don't have any industry sites at this point in time. You may not either, so we have nothing. And number 14, our last one, bios. Most people have a bio that looks like a big fat puke of run-on. And I'm not trying to downplay your accomplishments, your accolades, all the information you'd love to tell people. What I would tell you is you need to front load the first 3 lines, because that's what's going to determine what most people decide of whether they want to consume more information or not. Starting out with, what school you went to and what industry you're in isn't necessarily the most compelling. I did break Brad's down and kind of color code it to show we put his signature quote at the top, then kind of a pain scenario. Then we started providing solutions, philosophy, and the overall. I posted mine in a little bit different ways because I wanted you to see the consistency across different lines and why people are going to get the same consistent message no matter where they go. The green box down here highlights a specialized version that we do in our brand blueprint for people, which is your Twitter and your Instagram bio that have character restrictions. Kind of cool. You can use icons and do some cool things that are within that as well. Bios are extremely important, but you got to have a hook that makes me want to read and engage it. That's why top of all of mine, you see we build personal brands to make company profits or some variation of that. All right. So if we're evaluating your situation, now don't beat yourself up too much, but you do need to take this seriously and ask yourself these serious questions. Number 1, did you see anything that actually wowed you? I mean, did you look at it and be like, wow, that person's sharp. They're smart. Oh, what they do, they look professional. 2, is there a signature quote that caught your attention, that hooked you in like Brad's, which is I'm the guy that gets your loan done smooth or whatever his is, or mine. I'm always talking about one of my personal ones, which is I love helping people achieve things they never thought possible. Or our company one, that's we build personal brands that create you more money. Is there a brand purpose that inspires me? Is there something about the look or feel that tells me man, I want to work with this person? They're awesome. They're amazing. They're doing great things. They're a great cause. They stand for something. They bleed for something. They're making a difference. Or are you another commodity that nobody really cares about because you're just like everybody else? That's the harsh reality about building a personal brand. It's got to be you. And that's what your brand message is. Who you are, what you do, how you do it differently, why you do it, and what does that mean to me? Does that tell your story? Do you have engaging videos, graphics, or photos? Can I binge watch all that information that we talked about? Do you have a personality that's engaging? And do I feel like at the end of the day, you're kind of talking to me with this information, the testimonials or other people that like what you do? So here's my evaluation system for you. Simply as put, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to fix this? Now, if you are, 0 to 5, hey, good luck. Hope it works out for you. If you're in that, 7, 8, bucket, you're probably getting there. You probably need some more mental work to help you understand the importance of that, how people are consuming. So I suggest that you go out and try to acquire that. But if you're in that 8, 9, 10 range, you're like, no, this is super important, and you think that you want to handle this quickly, then I want to give you a couple different options. Number 1, the first step is fixing your brand message. Now, we do that through a process we call the Personal Brand Blueprint. It's a guide that we build that helps people create their messaging, their strategy, what they need on their collateral to make it all look, how to rebuild it all, and an action plan. The second thing is you got to dial into your avatar. Who is the ideal perfect client that you're talking to? Create the right design, look, and feel. You got to rebuild your Google pages, all your digital and your social, so you look the part. And then ultimately, you got to launch the campaign. This brand blueprint right here is what we believe every person needs. And we help you create it 1 or 2 ways. 1, we do it with you through our coaching program, where you get one-on-one coaching from me. You get group coaching from our team. We have a membership site, a mastermind that's all a part of that. And for as little as $500 a month, you can be a part of a coaching program over the next 12 months that helps you transform your brand. Or you can jump on the marketing media side of this, where we have an agency that inside of 90 to 120 days, we can rebuild everything that you have and giving you a situation where you can pop right now and start winning new business. But either way, we find most people are going to need either coaching to do it, or they're going to need somebody to come alongside and actually build it for them. We offer a free consultation. You can reach us at mojoup.com. Reach out to me personally, Travis at mojoup.com. Of course, all of my social is at Travis Jaden Brown. And when you start thinking about the last thing of this is going, do you want to go on this alone, or do you want somebody to do it with you? Here's kind of our team. You know, we have Jennifer White, who's a specialist in the social realm, Mike, who runs all the ads and creative and helping people actually get the message in front of people, Shelly, who runs our design, Patrick, who's our digital creator, Katie, that runs all the administrative operations side of the businesses, Denny, who writes, and Brandy, who does photography, and Jeremiah, the filmmaker, who running all our video, Neil running web, and Bree, who handles all the details and a lot of the writing duties as well. So I just wanted to put this back in front of you because I believe that everybody needs some help some way, and we want to be able to help you if you want it. But if you got it all taken care of yourself, then take this guide, knock it out, and we wish you the best of luck. If you want us and our team, the dream team, your coaches, to work for you, we're excited to do so. So with that said, my name is Travis Brown. I hope you've enjoyed this and hope this helps you build the personal brand to help you create the things that are important to you.